just kind of yeah, spur of the moment decision. I just felt like I could do like 1 hour of games, and why not? My work day is over for today. Had a couple of lessons, so good stuff, but now let's have some fun games. Let's do it. I'm going to play viewers, but it takes a moment, yeah, to get the challenges rolling. So what's going on here on Lead Chess? Get the starting position. Starting screen, I mean. But I don't have any challenges at the moment. I hope I get some. Let's see what happens. Anybody else streaming? It doesn't display here. Yeah, hello to the chat. I hope get some new guys joining soon. Those surprise streams, they take a moment to get rolling. It needs to be, yeah, displayed here on the starting page, and the Twitch followers have to kick in, and then yeah, it will start. Okay, so 1 moment. So let's go PG check. Okay, let's go d6 pre-move. One of the pre-moves that would work basically no matter what. Hello to No Joke Chess. Let's see, I got d6 coming. What is that, by the way? That's 3-0. I have to really check the time control. It's actually sometimes a little bit tricky. With the viewer challenges, the time controls keep changing. Yeah? Sometimes it's 3+0, 3+2. Okay, I'm playing a modern defense, the g6 base defense. And I always felt like if you can get c5 in, you have chances to get a really good Sicilian out of that, like c5 take, and then it's a Sicilian where white has played some lame moves. Okay, this is, I think, a useful tempo to take. Yeah, good evening to all of you in the Twitch chat. Oh yeah, I'm trying to do what I mentioned, trying to trade C against D pawn. So it looks like a Sicilian, but white has played short castles, bishop e2, a3. Not that this is terrible, but it's also not very dangerous. So it's something that cannot be too threatening. So I've taken, and knight to f6. Now he has to, I think, take care of the e4 pawn a little bit. This is hanging. Maybe just f3. Yep, just started. Yeah, PJ check has to speed up. It really has to. It's a 3-minute game, and yeah, already far behind on the clock. Okay, e5 is probably white's idea. So I'll go cover this bishop. Oh, really late join here by the drunken lawyer. We're past midnight. It's really late, but I felt like 1 hour or so cannot hurt. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I know you have a good afternoon because you're 9 hours or 8 hours, I think, yeah, before time-wise. Okay, so I put this on the C file. Definitely. Oh, hello to the Fuchsia. Ah, you got a Twitch account as well. That's cool. Okay, it seems that white is trying to play e5. Yeah, let's go knight e5. Yeah, also do 5 minute. I think the main way of calculating is just add up the two figures. So like 3 plus 2, 5 plus 0. It should not be more than 5. Like 5 0, 3 2, 4 1. These kind of things. And now, what's going on here? PJ check. I can take on f3, but it doesn't look good. My idea is to actually do a temporary queen sack, which would win a piece here. Okay, that was prevented. Oh, okay. If I take c3, I'm winning lots of material. Okay, I'm winning lots of material here. I've won 2 pieces and a rook for the queen. And d4 is hanging. A Budapest defense. Oh, you tried something with the front page. Okay, interesting. I'll check what you did. No joke. Let's take this, and I probably will win on time, very likely. Okay, PJ Schick was very quick at the end. So, what did you do in the front page? Ah, plays with viewers. Thank you. That's cool. So I'm going to play. Oh, this is actually a little bit too long. 5 plus 1, but okay, it's kind of still reasonable. Yeah, I need some admins here, right? It's not so easy here. Do I have to do it like mods? Yeah. Do I have to do it by putting in this text, or can I do it with clicking? Probably have to do it with text, right? Somehow I don't know how to do it. I don't see something to click where with moderate is. Yeah, it doesn't hurt to have some, but usually the chat is indeed very civilized. So knight c3, and I go d3, trying to play e4 later. Very good solid setup here by Arturo. I tried to play knight e5. I wonder if that is actually good. Knight e5, knight takes bishop e5, knight d7. It looks a little bit odd, but maybe it's still good, yeah. $74 viewers. I only saw C41. I mean, I'm happy if it's more, but I only see 41. I do accept challenges, absolutely. Make it a Blitz challenge, something like 3 plus 2, 3 plus 1, 4 0, 5 0, 3 0. I will take it. Arturo is not playing. It's just kind of surprising because you almost have to take on e5. I thought if you move the bishop, I will take c6. That should be a little bit better. I'm not disconnected or anything. And not 15 plus 15, yeah? It should add up to 5, yeah? So 4 plus 1, again, 3, 2. Yeah, and no correspondence chess, yeah? Yeah, I can do the mod thing, yeah? Like, No bullet. Yeah, it's generally speaking I would also play some bullet, but the issue is the mixture of all the different times that can be sometimes tricky. I should probably do a bullet only session then if we want that. So queen to d2. Yeah, black is extremely solid. Yeah, I need to get emotes, I know. This was actually the decision I made 10 minutes ago. Will I invest some time to get the emotes, or do I actually make a stream? And I thought, okay, I'll make a quick stream. And I don't really, I'm not really much knowledgeable about all that. I felt that the emotes should somehow related to the channel, and I was thinking it would be nice to have like me doing this, something like that, yeah. But but I haven't really decided. And again, I'm not really. I had to look up what an emote is like a couple of days ago, so I'm not really well informed. What I'm trying here is simply to double on the c file. Yeah, like double here. And well, if he plays d4, kicking my knight, this is really open. Make it 3+2, not 3+3. 2-second increment is totally enough. And now I'm almost threatening a discovery. Okay. That's a strong move, actually. It's a good move. How do I get something happen? Make something happen here? I move the knight, it will just be trades. This is extremely sound. You can just challenge, but there is a list here. There are already 12 challenges issued. This is a very well played game by Arturo. I think he didn't make any mistakes. Very nicely played. And also, I don't really have a good idea here. One thing that you sometimes can manage in this kind of position is at a later stage you might manage to play f4, g4, e4. I'm a little bit closer, let's say, to moving those pawns and maybe try to push those two pieces back. But this is something I can only do after some trades. Yeah, I did compete in the second Lichess titled arena, but I had huge connection issues. That was the day of a terrible thunderstorm here in my area, and my connection is not that great anyway at the moment. And with the thunderstorm, I had to simply stop after 30 minutes and then switch to kibitzing Magnus. I think it was kind of enjoyable. I would have liked to play, of course, but it was great to yeah, watch Magnus play as strong as he does. It's really great. So what's going on here? Yeah, I think this is a little bit annoying. Go for invasion. Not sure that he needed to do that. And one thing is clear, he's a little bit behind on the clock. This might still be an issue. Play some higher rated guys. I really don't mind to do that, but I want to be fair with the order that I'm taking. So I'm taking the older challenges first. Okay, I try to gain some space, and Arturo should, come on, speed up. He really played well. But you cannot simply overstep the time. Okay. And now we have this scenario that I mentioned. I've got this nice space advantage. And I'm not going to give him some time to collect his thoughts. He should play quickly now. So let's go. Yeah, it's a good move. Yeah, I should have thought about this. Let's do this. It's a tempo. Oh, wow. F6. I can also just take, right? Ah, okay. Nah. Not so great, actually. Not as great. I'm not really into playing some fun sacrifices, which means nonsense. I really try to play good moves if possible. I mean, I will play sharper openings, but not like 1h4 or anything that is completely stupid. So let's see. King d4. Not happy here. h5 he will take. That was badly played. That ending I played really badly. Yeah, and he deserves the draw. Yep, and a draw here for Arturo. Nicely done. So, let's do it and continue to play. Fort Prefect. Oops, 5-0. You now got the notification that I went live. That's a bit late. So e4, e5. And we have a Spanish here with black. I can definitely vary the openings a little bit, but I have to do that like consciously. If I'm just playing a game and not think about it too much, I'm going to play e5. It's just my default move. It's probably better to mix it up a little bit. So here we have a Spanish where he was giving me the b3 bishop. That's kind of nice of him. The bishop is usually strong on b3. Yeah, 3 minutes. 3 minutes is fine. Absolutely. So castles. No, not much tea. I just have some left. That was a green Rooibosch. Yeah, I don't know what it is in. Yeah, what it is in English actually. It sounds kind of funny, but it was really tasty. So what I'm trying to do is I try to go d5, and I'm preparing that. Yeah, I'm threatening e4 now. Yes, I'm German. You guessed it right. The Bender Supremacy. That's a cool username. Oops, take with the bishop. And now he has a bit of an issue. No, this tea doesn't have much caffeine. It's this type of tea doesn't have any caffeine. Tea must be drunk with milk and from a mug, and not necessarily. So what to do here? I can take on d2, I can take on c5. This is probably easiest. And then develop the queen and potentially centralize everything. Let's do it. It's a new handle, right? Completely new handle. 1500, and the question mark basically means okay, just has registered. What's going on here? I can take. Yeah, I do follow sports mostly. Yeah, still football a little bit. I mean, we're talking about the real football, not American football. What the US guys call soccer. So take this. So I'm a second pawn up now, 2 pawns up, and this is a fairly awkward pinning situation here on the knight. The original football was called soccer, okay. Okay, so how do I do that? This potential rook c8. Like rook e2, there would be rook c8. This is not too nice. Maybe this one. Nah, no bitter argument about football versus soccer. I think it's kind of silly. It's always a little bit weird, yeah, that you have those two terms. Video solving puzzles on chess tempo. I'm not sure really. I've done this for a while, but I want to focus on the stream, on streaming on Twitch, and I want to keep it on Lichess and not get in another platform in. Maybe, but I'm not sure how entertaining it is in a live stream environment. This one. So I can take with the rook, probably. There's just a check on c8, not really dangerous, I think. And I'm attacking the knight, so check. Yeah, like this also. Okay. Yeah, I think there's a question about the German football, the way the Dortmund striker Aubameyang, it's hard to pronounce actually, how he's trying to get out of his contract, let's say. I think this is there's some problems there with the way those contracts are set up. They really should do something about this kind of behavior. And I have no clear idea what they should do exactly, because I'm no lawyer. You're the guy with the law background. But that I think is kind of unacceptable what he's doing. It's not very surprising. I mean, he always yeah, acted like not very mature, let's say. And this is getting worse. So how am I winning this actually? Like this for the check. Yeah, the knight is attacked and queen e1 check. Oh, that I take. The agents are greedy, yeah, they surely are, but I still think it is possible. Some of those challenges are a bit too long, you know, 5 plus 3 and something. Yeah, I know the agents are greedy, but sometimes the players are just so plain damn stupid. Yeah, if they just would be somewhat okay, they would manage their own finances. They have been excellent athletes or sports persons, let's say, who manage to handle their own finances. For example, the four-time, I think, Formula 1 champion Sebastian Vettel, he never had a manager. He did all the financial stuff for himself, which is actually quite a good idea sometimes, because, well, you don't pay those people who supposedly counsel you. Five plus 8. That's a bit long. Okay, so let's see what happens here. Oliver Haddow played solid opening here, the London system. Can I not win d4? I'm going to try. Yeah, b2 there was always knight b5 stuff. This is actually tricky. Yeah, my queen has to suffer a little bit. Yeah, it really gets pushed around, but it's a central pawn. Yeah, I think Lawrence Trent was the manager of Fabiano Caruana. I don't think he does that anymore, but I'm not really very knowledgeable there. You can grab a center pawn, it's almost always worth doing so, if you don't see a clear refutation. Yeah, it's very difficult to drum up a game with white. Yeah, you have no pawn control in the center anymore. What is he doing there? Just kick it away? Yeah, white knight has to go back. I wonder, knight d5, that looks like a decent enough move. It threatens here, it threatens to take this. Will you watch the Winter Olympics? That's a good question. Well, yeah, maybe a bit. It depends. Some things I like to watch from time to time. I'm not quite sure about this because of the time difference. Yeah, it's Korea. It's quite a substantial time difference. Okay, let's go d5. use the center. Would you be the second for any top 10 player? Oh wow, I don't think I could help there. Oh, I actually think, okay, maybe I could in some cases, but I think it's, if you look at some things there, I mean, for example, Nakamura has got a second, which is not super high rated. Generating opening ideas, maybe I could do that. I don't know, I've never tried. Okay, just b6, kick it away. I don't know, I didn't really do much to fix the streaming problems. I just restarted the router and that helped a little bit. It's all I need to, well, all I can do at the moment. Queen c6 and mate here, that would be nice. Yeah, being a second to those top players, I think it's just really tough work. Yeah, you have to put in hours and hours and hours. I mean, I hope they get paid well, because I feel it's really tough. I'm taking. I listened to a podcast on the Perpetual Chess podcast. I don't know if you know that. It's a really great podcast done by Ben Johnson. And Ben Johnson is like a candidate master level player who does a really nice chess podcast. And he had Luke Van Vele on. And Van Vele for a while was second to Vladimir Kramnik, and Van Vele said that he simply he learned to, I mean, he said it was very interesting, very challenging, but also like, I don't want to do it anymore. Yeah, you kind of hate your life after a while, because you have to work so hard. And I can imagine, especially in the context of a world championship match, it must be extremely tough work. Yeah, I was pretty quick in giving up the exchange, and I wonder if that was a clever decision, but I think it is okay. I got bishop d4 here. Yeah, it's hard to believe that he can survive it here, all this. Check. Check. King h2. Don't see a win. Don't see a win, which is kind of weird. Where is the win? Queen e2. Queen e2, of course. And the pawns do the job. Took me a while. Yeah, and Oliver Haddo resigned. So it's a really long list. Okay, best by practice, I decline it. It's a bit too long. 5 + 2 also too long. Let's keep it. Maybe I should actually do this with bullet, yeah? So I played e5 again. Sorry, I want to vary it a little bit, and I do this like on autopilot. I go 1 e5. 4 plus 2 again is a bit long. Yeah? Let's keep it 5. The sum of those two should be 5. That's a good question here by GDB1126. Maybe one of the experienced guys he can help. Maybe only one time control for the challenges. Yeah, could be an idea. 30-second bullet. No, let's not do that. That's a bit too hectic really for me. Especially late in the day. What advice do you have for beginners? Well, I know it sounds extremely simple, but you should actually do what you like to do. I know it sounds very basic, but there is lots of advice, and some things do make a little bit more sense than others. Yeah, if they, let's say, advise you to do something like study openings 20 moves deep, that doesn't make all that much sense. Still, if you enjoy doing it, it's still better than doing absolutely nothing. You will still learn some stuff. I think it makes most sense to focus on tactics and calculation. Absolutely does. But if you instead enjoy looking at master games more or just play more, do it. It will help. It will definitely help. A question if the Benoni is playable at the GM level on a regular basis as a repertoire. For sure. For sure. The modern Benoni, that is. I don't really think the old Benoni. Bishop g5 was an idea and I wanted to prevent it. No, bishop e6. Hey, there's a good question. Any advice for an 1100 rated who wants to become world champion in a year's time? I don't think you can do it in a year. That is probably a little bit too quick. The main issue is that you have to go through the candidates and so on. That takes a while, but maybe you can do it in 2 years. So if I castle, knight d4 is going to be a little bit annoying. This one maybe. Ideophobia is playing a good game here, absolutely. I played a slightly risky line, admittedly. Yeah, I kept the king in the center for a really long time, but it's always a bit tricky to play for a little bit more than state equality, like in the exchange rule here with black. Sharp. Play stronger opponents even if you lose. Is that some good advice? Yeah, it is okay. But yeah, I know that he was joking. I try to just keep a deadpan face. It is definitely a good idea to play stronger opponents, but I think you should do it. They should not be totally out of reach. This is what can be extremely frustrating. Yeah, if you like, let's say okay, I'll give you an example. If I would play in Tata Steel, it wouldn't make much sense. I mean, those guys would be too far away from me, like 300-point difference in most games. Yeah, maybe you get a couple of draws or something. Yeah, but that's it. It's just too much of a difference. It's the same if you put in 1700 player, yeah, with many 2100s. They won't score all that much. So Usually a difference like 100 to 200 points is good. Yeah, so I played b6 because maybe knight c5 or bishop c5 was an idea, and I'm really happy to get this in. Gain more space. White might be able to play d4 next. Yeah, that's actually really true. d4, I need to play c4. Yeah, the Scandinavian defense is not a bad opening. I wouldn't advise to play it every single game, but there's nothing fundamentally wrong with it. So let's go here and prevent white going d4. Yeah, white was a bit better developed, still an issue. Yeah, it seems that the club, the Drunken Lawyers Club, has many young talents. Nice. Okay, Queen g3. A really good game here by Diophobia. Wow, that's really annoying. He's got 2 seconds. I just see that. I'm sorry. That makes it a little bit simpler. He won't win in 2 seconds. But the position, ugh, yeah. I also do give over the board lessons. Yes, not that often. I mean, it has to be like in the area. But currently I'm not taking any new students anyway. Let's go, Silky McNuggets. I'll play something else, yeah? Play a 4. What is the biggest Edo jump of one of my students? Okay, maybe get into the King's Gambit. Yeah, something like roughly 300 to 400 points. It depends how you count. But it's not, this kind of thing is always tough to evaluate, because if you, let's say in this case, the student that improved that much is a junior player, and at this age they improve quicker, and this is something I'm very sure she would have improved quite a bit. 300 to 400 points, roughly 18 months or something. She would have improved anyway. It's like it's easy to do for a teacher. But it's much more difficult if you have like a 40-year-old or so. It's just a different thing. So I'm really happy with the progress of some of the students that are like in their 30s, who gained like 100 points, 80 points. This is already a sizable jump at this age, especially when they have limited time, and the time spent is not changing for some particular reason. Yeah, like if you win the I don't know, if you win the lottery and have unlimited money to play tournaments, it's a different situation. But if you basically try to play better chess while working, there are limits to what you can do. So what am I doing here? I think this is actually a fairly good position for black. Don't like my position all that much. Yes, I will pawn down. That's the King's Gambit for you. like to be a pawn down. Yeah, and chess improvement is sometimes not easily, let's say, described in points gained. You can have longer periods of time where you actually improve as a player, get a better player, but you don't actually gain points. That can easily happen. I've had those times when I was really working hard on my game. Like half a year I didn't gain points. I had some bad games that went wrong. Still, I did improve. I was getting better at chess somehow, but it didn't translate into wins right away. It sometimes just takes time until you completely absorb, let's say, every single piece of information that you learn. Okay, I'm kicking the queen, and I would really like to get the pawn back. I'm really not a great gambit player, I guess, yeah. At least with such a fishy gambit. It's a bit fishy, the king's gambit. It's just what it is. Okay, I'm taking this. Okay. I need to make sure that I'm not blundering the rook. That's kind of important. So let's move it. Move the bishop, I mean. It still feels kind of okay. Yeah, that's true. The King's Gambit is a solid opening compared to the Halloween Gambit. That is true, but compared to the Halloween Gambit, like, everything is kind of safe. I wonder if this is a safe move. Probably not. But I want to get open files and knight f5. Knight f5 is mate. Let's not do that. But I can go rook e4, right? Looks kind of okay. Probably queen to h3, yeah? No. Going back. Okay. I can go knight f5, I think. It looks a bit dangerous for black. I'm not sure that I'm threatening much. Maybe like rook g1, bishop g5. This can be a plan at least. Well, let's do it. How do you play against the Scandinavian? Yeah, it is actually the issue with playing against the Scandinavian with queen d5 is that there are those I take that. There are those three queen moves, and actually the theory is a little bit different. You cannot play the same thing against all three moves. You have to really look at them as separate lines, and there are quite some important differences there. So you have to invest a bit of time to get something. I was surprised. It's actually a fairly good opening. Okay, so it's kind of annoying here. Yeah, I think I'm just giving him a little bit back. And okay. Didn't take my queen, surprisingly. Yeah, queen a5, my upcoming repertoire just goes for d4, knight f3, bishop c4. White is keeping an advantage there. It doesn't really matter. Any line is kind of okay for black. It's not totally terrible, really not. 2 plus 3 is a very uncommon time control. 3 plus 2 is kind of normal. What to play against the bird opening? Yeah, you just should probably, depends. If you're a d4 player, you can just play. Yeah, I know it's a viable time control. You can play something with d5 if you are a d4 player. That's relatively easy. You just handle it like a Dutch defense, and tempo isn't all that relevant. 1e5 I wouldn't recommend. White can actually grab the pawn. I know that I didn't do that last game because the sorry, because the king's gambit was too tempting. Sorry, my voice is a little bit off. 2 + 8 is a funny time control. Sorry. Our bishop is a mouse slip. Yeah, I was just thinking, bishop d7. That's a little bit on the yeah, I don't know, creative side. Yeah, I just tried to play e4, get every possible center pawn involved. a3, maybe a3 is a bit lame. I just want to prepare this. Yeah, if you play increment blitz and you end up with more time than you started with, yeah, like here I'm above 2 minutes. I always feel like you deserve more points than just 1, but probably this is an uncommon way of seeing it. It actually happens to me quite often. Yeah, quite often is a lot, but sometimes in 3 + 2 I sometimes end up with more than 3 minutes. I have really nice pieces. Yes, black has a question there, but it's tough to read, yeah, because such a dark font. Yeah, you have to adjust what white is doing. It's just a big difference. Like if they go e4, d4, c4, it's totally different, and everything has to be studied separately. So what to do here? Actually, I can take twice. Actually, if he takes, I probably go knight to d6. Doesn't do that. Okay, I can still go knight d6. What's the best chess engine? Yeah, I'm not sure really. I'm not an expert on the different engines. I use Stockfish because it's free. So yeah, thanks for the donation, Silky McNuggets. So there are many more, Komodo and all kinds of engines. Some versions of Houdini, and well, I use Stockfish because again it's free. I don't have to worry about things like what version to get. Should I invest this? Will there be an update? I just update when they release a new version and so on. It's easy to handle. Okay, this is a nice way of finishing it. Some good pieces there. Uh-oh. Mate next. Yeah, thanks for the game. Shui Belui, probably. Yeah, Stockfish 9 is coming up. I read that. They are always developing new versions. So, yeah, thanks for subscribing to Rufinillo. So, FA Fab from Switzerland. Okay, I can do, what can I do here? I could try for the Banco, but they play so much Bishop F4 and Knight F3 and stuff. You don't get it so often. Yeah, thanks for accepting. He says, I'm happy to. It's a long list though. Yeah, there are really many good books around. That's a huge difference to, let's say, 30 years ago. Like 30, 35 years ago when I... 35 is a bit much, yeah, but like 30 years ago when I started with chess, there weren't that many books around simply. Back then I would just go to my local bookstore. It was pre-internet era. And I would just buy every book that there was, and you were finished pretty soon with everything that there was because there were not many books, and nowadays there's so much around. Most of the time, I advise to rather look at more modern books. So I don't really know why people still recommend My System by Nimzowitsch. This is just like, it's kind of a pet peeve of mine. Why would anybody use a book that's 100 years old where most of it is just not correct? And I don't know. There's so many mistakes in there. And it's not even well explained. I mean, I know it has huge historical value in terms of chess history, and I really enjoy chess history, but it has historical value and not much instructional value. How many books do I have? Yeah, a couple hundred, I think. I've gotten rid of many 2 years ago before I was moving. Simply to get new place, new space. Yeah, some of the Nimzowitsch concepts are of course valid. It's not like he was writing nonsense, and I'm not saying that. It's just that it is just there are many more like current books that explain the same concepts and in a better way. So here the main issue is the white spending so much time. I have bishop a6, knight e5. I can go on those light squares. He was allowing the capture of the light squared bishop, and that improves my chances on these squares. Okay, I can take it. Bishop c4 comes into, I think, or here actually. For knight c4 would be nice, but he's got no b3. b3 he has actually. Fuchsia, you're planning to build a chess website? Yeah, message me. I would be very interested to learn what you think, what you want to do. I'm kind of falling asleep here. Not making a decision. That's not good. Okay, let's do this. What positional play books do you recommend for the e4 player? Interesting. An interesting way to approach that would be to get there's a 2-volume work on Karpov's Strategic Wins by the Hungarian chess teacher trainer Karoli. Karpov's Strategic Wins. It's separated into 2 eras, I think, from 1960 whatever to 85 and after that. And you know, Karpov was a fantastic e4 player, and he only stopped to play 1e4 once he recognized that Kasparov was just too strong in the knight off. But Karpov had fantastic games in the 70s with 1e4, so that is an interesting way of approaching this. Those books are great anyway. Yeah, thanks for playing here. FA Fab 187. Okay. Yeah, Mickey Adams is also a player to study when you want to check out 1e4 and want to play in a more strategic fashion, let's say. What's my favorite book not related to chess and why? Oh, wow. No, I would, and you would need to think about that. How much longer will I be playing? I don't have a clear plan, but I've got quite a good viewer count, close to 200 people. So, wow, does that work? It looks a little bit fishy. It looks a bit fishy what white is doing here. Somehow on that diagonal here. Oh, now I take it. Sapiens is no, My System is not a bad book. I think that sounds to be that's misunderstanding. It was an excellent book and groundbreaking for the time, but it's like almost 100 years old. This is the thing. Things have happened. Yeah. In the meantime, so I'm not saying it's a terrible book. It's just outdated. Yeah, if you nowadays want to learn about, I don't know, neuroscience, you're not going to get a book that is 50 years old. It it's easy to trash talk about My System because it's sometimes really weird. Anyway, Sapiens is a great read. The Bender Supremacy says Sapiens is the Harari book. Not sure about the English title. This is an excellent book. I felt it was very interesting to read. Very it kind of makes you think about things. Yeah, here I'm a pawn up and I won the center pawn, which is really nice. D5. Let's go D5. That looks like a good tempo move. Attacking this. Yeah, I see your point. There's a statement that old books on programming could be useful. Yeah, that I see the point. Leechess is banning chess.com streamers. No, yeah, that sounds weird. Okay, so what's going on here? I think I'm checking. It looks like a good way of doing it. Thanks for subscribing. Bad bishops. There's this funny saying, bad bishops protect good pawns. This is something, this is really one of my favorite chess chess quotes, that bad bishops protect good pawns. I really like that. It's of course it's tongue-in-cheek, but it's a really cool quote. Okay, here I'm going to double on the d file. Double on the d file. Try to catch white here in the center. Any kind of chess books one should avoid? I don't think you can make such a general statement. There's always the odd book where I feel, is that really necessary? Is that good? I don't know. There's really lots of stuff on the market, and that looks like there should be something on the back rank, right? Yeah, Bobby Fischer Teaches Chess isn't that the book that just about the back rank made? That's really weird. Yeah, books to recommend. What was that? Any suggestions for 1500 player? I think 1500. It depends a little bit on what you're looking for, and a little bit on how you approach your studies. For example, what is pretty good material are those Yusupov training books. Yeah, in German they have this funny name, Tigersprung. They are fairly good, but they are somewhat dry. They are dry to study. Yeah, so the Tigersprung books, or the Yusupov training books, I think they are not really suitable for kids, let's say. Yeah, to just let them study on their own. This is funny. Yeah? How does he avoid the mate? Just a knight move. But it's good. It's good study material for adults, for example, the Yusupov books. They are not flawless, of course, and nothing is, but no, I don't think there's a good book about Karpov style written by Karpov. I don't think Karpov has ever written a chess book. They're all ghost. It's all ghost writing stuff. And mate. The Art of Attack in Chess. I think I looked at them. Yeah, the books tend to be, the Yusupov books, same with Turetsky books, they tend to be a bit boring. Yeah, they are not written in a very, let's say, entertaining or captivating style. But it's good material, let's say. So I played Tarrasch, French Tarrasch. Oh, the strongest player ever played a classical Blitz game against over the board. That's interesting. I'm really not sure about the Blitz part. What was the strongest Blitz player I played against? Probably Wróblewski, Sergei Wróblewski. His highest rating was 2,700, I think. And in classical chess, I played a couple of players that were close to 2,670 and so on. I have a fairly good score against those people. Somehow I always had white, and that helps. That game against Wróblewski, that Blitz game, was actually very memorable because that was played in the German Team Blitz Championships, so a fairly interesting event in itself. The funny thing was, oh wow, how can you, is that a move? Isn't there, there must be mate somewhere. Where's the mate? I can win the rook, but yeah, so why was that game memorable? So we started playing, and I'm black, yeah, and he plays the Scotch opening, as he always does. Wróblewski is the world's probably foremost expert on the Scotch. And we play and we play and we play like maybe 15 moves, and then we wonder, yeah, why are all those people are standing close to our game, because they were like, it was full of people, yeah, and we were wondering what's going on. And then I noticed, for some reason, we didn't start the clock. That was completely ridiculous, yeah. So you have two experienced players playing, and we didn't start the clock, yeah. And yeah, we didn't know what to do, yeah. And the arbiter was coming, and we agreed that we simply put the clock back onto 5 minutes, and basically we were continuing from that position, but we both had 5 minutes, which was probably okay, yeah, roughly. It was just crazy, yeah, that it would happen in such a game. Thanks for the donation, Brandon. Yeah, the funniest part was really that we were recognizing not the clock, we were recognizing those people around us. They were like, what is going on here, yeah? And then we saw that the clock wasn't running. That was really funny. Yeah, what I also felt, generally speaking, what is useful to learn chess and improve is to pick some player. It happens almost automatically. Pick some player that you somehow enjoy watching, yeah, like where you think, okay, this person has, I don't know, really cool opening play. He plays whatever. It does not necessarily need to be all that rational, yeah, your decision, but just pick somebody you basically model your game after. And this is an interesting way of doing it. Of course, you're not going to play as well as Carlsen or Aronian or whatever, but it's a cool thing to do, like copy openings, for example. It's what I did, for example, when I started. I always liked what Karpov did and what Fischer did and so on. And in some cases, it's just great to have somebody to look up to and that you can study. And it's not a bad advice, I think. Okay, I'm going back. It doesn't really matter who you pick, yeah. I mean, it happens automatically. It's probably, I don't know, similar to, I don't know, the sports team that you're supporting. Yeah? There's not a real rational reason there sometimes. Yeah, I'm up tons of material. Yeah, I think it's a full rook. Yeah, Larsen's Best Games is a really great book. I recently recommended that in the book review that I posted, I think Christmas time. So he tries to get to my knight. I try to somehow not lose it. It's not easy. Let's push the pawns. I don't think he can stop it. Yeah, you need to challenge me, of course. That's the way to play me, even though there's a long list there, so it will be tricky. If you now do the challenge, it will be tricky. This will be mate. Mate in the corner. Nice one. So, who else is on? Deviator. I have to really decline the Horde challenge. I don't play variants, really don't. So, Deviator YouTube. Okay. It doesn't play. That does not help. Okay, I'm going to board that. You can always re-challenge. Twinkle Toes. That's a funny one. Funny name. Okay, let's go C4. Of course, a fantastic book that I did not mention in my latest book review is The Life and Games of Tal. This is basically everybody's favorite book, and it's very understandable. It's really great stuff. The status of the Chessable E4 series. Yeah, it's almost finished. It depends a bit on tomorrow and day after tomorrow, what I get to that's a weird sentence because I have to think about the game for a moment here. It depends on some non-chess things that I might have to do, not have to do. It will... Yeah, I probably screwed it up, yeah? I screwed the move order up, Tony. The E4 repertoire is close to finished, but it will not be released like next week or so, because we will also have video for that, and this takes a while to record. Yeah, I don't like this. I don't like this. I mean, I can actually win a pawn, but looks a little bit, yeah. I think it's okay. Yeah, I grabbed the pawn. No, I don't have a grandmaster norm. And yeah, knight g4 was possible, but I'm still a pawn up. I don't have 4 IM norms there. Where after getting the title, I scored a couple more. It took a long time to score the third one, but after that I made really lots of them. No, you cannot cash in IM norms for GM norms. They are really a lot more difficult. So I'm quickly opening this up. So I should not blunder the rook. Yeah, black needs to try to block this d5 pawn, otherwise it's too much. There will be emotes, yes, there will be. I think currently with the current subscriber count, I can only have 1 or 2, I think, but I have to look into that. Again, yeah, I did not really, I'm not really informed about all those things that much. Yeah, I will use this diagonal now. I should win 1 pawn. Yeah, I need a nonsense emote, certainly do. I probably need some advice on those emote things. I have no clue what to do with that. I know what I want to do now. This is also hanging. The artwork, the Twitch TV artwork, that was easy. That's a professional photograph of me, and then I used the Prisma app, or Prism, I don't know, but Prisma, I don't know. It's called Prisma, the German term. Just for altering or changing photos. It looks pretty neat for something that was done in 2 minutes. So Atlatla. Okay. We're on 38 challenges. This is crazy. Really crazy. Oh, H3. Wow, I forgot about that. I think I can take. What I was thinking and what I wanted to ask, what about streaming for a longer period of time? Is that ever done here on playing on Lichess? Like doing a marathon stream of 12 hours or 24 hours, things like that. Has that ever been done? It could be interesting. I'm just winning this, I think. Tw 24 hours, wow. So let's get the queen out of there somehow. Wow, there have been quite a couple of 24-hour streams. Wow. Now I think 24 hours in one go. Wow, that's really tough. I think I could definitely do 24 hours if I have yeah, let's say 5-minute breaks every now and then. I think that's not a big deal. Yeah, you need some restroom breaks, and yeah, I need to get new tea and stuff. So I'm comfortably a piece up. It's definitely tough to do. I think I remember. Are you still on, Brandon? Are you still on? I think you are. I mean, we probably both remember the charity stream. It must been. It is a couple of years ago, but it was extremely tough. Yeah, I know. I'm a bit of a boring guy. I tend to trade stuff when I material up. Yeah, it was 2012. Yeah, that charity stream. Yeah, 2012, 2013. That's probably right. I could have captured the queen. Really? It's possible. I'm not completely ruling that out. Okay, thanks for the game. The marathon stream, they are bad for your health. Okay, fishy wishy. You beat me yesterday. Yeah, that's not. Yeah. So I've got white now. I lost a King's Gambit Adelaide counter gambit yesterday. I could stream at interesting locations like the local gym. Yes, yeah. I could stream at the local gym, yeah, maybe in sports attire. That will probably be extremely popular. Like in muscle shirts, yeah, that would be probably great. Yes, I can play against the isolated pawn. Whoosh. Oh, interesting play by Fishy Wishy. Okay, I don't want him to take there. Interesting play. Now I actually threaten to take on b7. Yeah, sit-ups for every blundered piece. Yeah, then I would probably be close to a hard attack pretty soonish. I can take it, right? Just one a pawn, yeah. Knight e4. The rook b8 is annoying. I think I'm just getting the queen back. Have you ever been to the States? Yeah, but only for a very short period of time. I've been to New York for 4 or 5 days. In 1999, actually, fairly long time ago. So, knight to b5. No. I don't want you to take my bishop, really don't. Let's go rook d1. He's defending this well, actually. Yeah, the metrics. The metrics are actually watched in New York, in a New York cinema. That was really nice. Yeah, I mean, I can take there. D7. And now queen takes g7, right? Isn't that winning? Yes, I think so. No, I'm not doing a push-up for every donated euro. No. Yeah, Luke Van Velde was denied entry to the United States. Fishy Wish says revenge. Yeah. Yeah, a good game still. Yes, I have played against Nakamura a couple of times. And I didn't score all that well. But there's one nice nice win that I had. Playing Jonem here in the French defense. My score against Nakamura is something like, I don't know, maybe 5 out of 50 or something. But the one win I had, yeah, is actually on the channel, which is nice. Watch out, knight f6, bishop takes b7. Yeah, this trick is catching so many people. Yeah, I'm just winning a pawn. It's maybe true, yeah, that this is not objectively the best variation, but it is fairly okay for white. You can try to play for an advantage even if they don't stumble into that. And you always have this possibility that you can catch people like this. Don't think there's anything wrong with playing this variation. Okay, I'm a pawn up. I don't have a good square for the queen anyway, so the trade is fine. Yeah, most of my games against Nakamura were when I wasn't having the channel, actually, because my YouTube channel was started in 2011, and I was always playing on the ICC, and at the time Nakamura wasn't playing on the ICC all that often anymore. He was mostly focusing at the time at breaking into the absolute top of the world and didn't play so much online Blitz anymore. He was playing all of the time, tons of games really, some years before that, like in the mid-90s, the mid-2000s, like 2002, 3, 4, 5 and so on. He played all the time. What book to recommend for 1900 rating players? Yeah, it's always tough to say. Everybody needs something else, I guess. There's not a simple recipe. So what to do here? Yeah, my development is not that great. I think I get the king into the center. Carl Parker asks, are you friends with King's Crusher? Yeah, I think you can call it like that. We don't have that much contact in the recent like 2 or 3 years, but we chat from time to time. Well, a good job here by Jonam. He's defending this quite well. I'm a pawn up, but it's my development is not great. And he's playing this okay. Yeah, good job. He's defending well, but the time will be a problem for him. I still have more than 2 minutes on the clock. And it's not speeding up. It's increment though, so... he should not lose on time. Good question. Who would I bet on in 1-0 bullet, Nakamura or Carlsen? I think I would go with Nakamura there. He's so insanely quick. But that's a close one. I think that probably will be very... that would be very closely contested. So let's see how to win this. Not actually that sure how to do it. That I can take. Yeah, Magnus is quick. It's not like he wouldn't have a chance. Absolutely, that will be competitive. Yeah, but yeah. Idea hit me is actually a bullet challenge, so let's get. I don't know if he's around actually. This is a G4 is slightly fishy, but still going to be interesting. Have to adjust to bullet time control. What move is that? Yeah, good night to the drunken lawyer. I have to go to university again tomorrow, right? So okay. How to win this, actually. Check. Yeah, this is not so easy. To go back. Yeah, I mean bishop c5 I know, but there's this, yeah. Mate. Okay. Yeah, thanks for the game. Idea hit me. Okay, El Aguila. How long is this stream on, by the way? I have no clue. It doesn't tell me. I think we're close to 2 hours. Yeah. I think I'll do some more minutes, but not super long anymore. I have to get up in roughly 7.5 hours, so yeah, here I traded off the dark squared bishop, and now I'm trying to put pawns on dark squares. Let's do it. E5. El Aguila. I threaten this now. A4, freezing the whole queen side. So B3 is what white probably should do, so that A4 can be answered with B4. Oh, it goes B4 immediately. That is a very slow way of developing. Let's see. I try to open this up and maybe get a quick development out of it. Not sure. Now that I think about it, probably not the greatest move. Knight b1 is a very retro move. Yeah, go back. I don't think it helps. I try this, put some pressure on the pawn. Knight c3, rook c8. It looks okay. Okay. Wait, d5. What? Got d5. El Aguila. No, you cannot berserk in non arena games. You can of course play quickly. I mean, I'm doing this here, but it's it only makes sense in the context of those tournaments, really. So I'm trying to double on the c file. It's difficult now. He cannot move this as c1 is completely hanging. And I'm threatening d5, and I'm threatening to take. So I think I'm winning even more material. Just should drop a piece. Don't see how he saves the piece. Nope. Yeah, trying desperately to save them. Save it, but I think it's too late. Yeah, and he resigned. El Aguila. Thanks for the game. So CIMT, that's 5 + 1 is a bit too long actually, but it's still not correspondence chess. Oh, f4. Yeah, I don't like e5 all that much, but this is interesting. Oh. That was a mouse slip, almost. Bishop g4 is right. I think this isn't that great actually. Hey, it's okay. I mean, in a Blitz game you can play that, but objectively I think it's not that great. Even 1e4 is quite decent. Yeah, this is the from gambit mainline. There's g5, there's knight f6, but I really don't know it. Oh yeah, thanks for the game. El Aguila is in the chat as well. Yeah, I have absolutely no clue how this is played. I just feel like I'm pawn down for nothing. You play knight g4 and win most games. Yeah, that's probably the way to do it. Yeah, it's already too late for any direct sacrificial attacks, but I can just play for good central control and so on. That looks weaken. Looks weakening. Well, he did not really need to do that. Lining this up. That's a good move. So queen d6 isn't that effective anymore. Huh. Yeah, I don't know if h5, h4 is really that easy to play. Really. Yeah, he might be watching the stream. That's definitely true. This is not very subtle, but it could work. Yeah, he has to cover h2. I don't think he can allow me to check there. That would be quite surprising. Yeah, okay. But the main thing, this is actually clearing a square. Okay, let's still do that. But now, bishop e4, queen takes f6 is the thing. My queen doesn't have all that many squares actually. Not so easy. It's not so easy. I mean, okay, white will probably take this now. Or does he have anything else? I don't see it. What is he doing here? No, he played the move that I expected at the end. Yeah, the rook is hanging, so it loses a bit more time. And okay, I want to keep this out of the game. And I think I'm going to play one more game after that, so it's a roughly 2-hour stream. And it's really getting close to a time where I should go to bed. So yep, I take a couple of things, queen d2 as well. Queen e2 probably. Bishop g3 I have, okay. Yeah, this move wins a piece. The king takes, take the queen, like here. Yeah, thanks for the game, CIMT. So, the Bender Supremacy will be the final game. Yeah, let's go knight f3 again. Oh, he's going for Chigorin style setup. Wow, f6. That looks risky. Yeah, I would play the odd bullet game, but this is the final game for the stream after 2 hours. Oh. I'm attacking this. Are you going to really go back to f8? That's that poor rook. That poor rook. Some suboptimal moves have been played. Yeah, I guess so. So oh, Queen A4 I actually have. Huh? I had this before. This is where we need the nonsense emote. Yeah, thanks for the game, the Bender Supremacy. Okay, I hope you all enjoyed this little surprise late night stream. I'll be back soon with a new stream. I'm not exactly sure when this will happen. Maybe tomorrow sometime, but it depends on some other factors. Thanks a lot for watching. I'll be back soon. Bye bye.